All right, guys, welcome in. We had the big speech last night. I'm running on fumes here with this. I didn't get much sleep last night. I don't know why. Sometimes I just can't sleep. But I'll be able to go till about 10 probably. I'll probably be able to go to 10 tonight, maybe like 9:40, I don't know. What's up, guys? What's up? Yeah, that's 11 straight. This is 11 straight streams, I think. Nick Cannon, Portnoy beef, washed. They're just washed influencers beefing. It's not surprising. Washed individuals. This is the funny thing. Liberals will just claim like whatever Elon says about government waste is a lie. They're like, there's no way we spent money on that. And it turns out they spent money on transgender mice surgery because they wanted to, or transgender mice. I don't even know what the fuck it is, but because they wanted to see the effects of turning mice trans because they wanted to do it to kids. What's happening? There's not much happening. Honestly, this is not very good. If you guys know, you guys saw the polls that came out that had Trump's I was pretty surprised. It had Trump's speech approval at like 75%. I was like, that seems a bit high. I mean, it was a good speech, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think about these speeches? Like, I hear these Republicans say, this is the best speech I've ever seen. I mean, I guess it was good. The speeches all kind of seem the same now with these politicians. I don't, like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh my God, the speech last night was just so unbelievable. But look at this. Party identification of speech watchers. So this makes more sense as to why it was 75% approved if there's only 20% Democrats watching it. I think I figured something out. Canada, 51st tariff. Fentanyl is to permanently damage our relationship with Canada so it outlasts Trump as an N is permanent. Well, we want to have... But why would, so you would think Trump wants to permanently damage our relationship with Canada? But I mean, dude, that wouldn't even, liberals could just get, I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's impossible to say if liberals will try and be able to repair the relationship. It doesn't really matter if we have a good relationship with Canada or not. Alberta wants to join the US. I mean, I did a video on it. We'll see, man. You can go watch my video. I go in depth on the idea. They would have to have a referendum to become independent from Canada, and then they would have to be granted statehood by Congress, which could happen with a Republican Congress. Did you see MSNBC host call for the death of the kid? I got something on here about Rachel Maddow. I mean, these people are going... Where is this? Look at this.
Disgusting. The president made a spectacle out of praising a young man who's thus far survived pediatric cancer, as if the president had something to do with that. This was in the midst of him praising Doge. The Doge cuts, among other things, have cut off funding for ongoing research into pediatric cancer.
So, by the way, whenever they talk about cancer cuts, no, that was a wide-scale pause in funding. They didn't cut cancer, you lying bitch. But, I mean, this is what they do. And why does she always look like she's about to cry? Every time I see Rachel Maddow, it's just constant like, oh my God, there's a kid with cancer. The Democrats didn't clap for him. This is why Democrats are good. Yeah, the Nicole clip, I saw that clip as well. I mean, but they're like backing themselves into a corner. It's just about a nice moment of Trump honoring a kid with cancer. It's just like they can't even help themselves on that. They have to make a comment on that, and it just makes themselves look so stupid. Don't commit fraud, we won't cut shit. I mean, right, it's like, if I come into office, I'm not going to continue allowing funding. We have to see where the money's going. It'll be allowed as long as we check it and audit it. But it's this guilt trip to where they say they cut funding to all this important stuff. Remember when Maddow said Trump was going to send her to a camp? Yeah, I mean, it's just all overreaction, just fear-mongering stuff. I mean, these are really good numbers. The problem is this is a Republican, a lot like the poll. They're polling a lot of Republicans in this poll. So I'm not sure, how much you want to read into this, because I was pretty surprised to see the numbers in terms of the support. But I mean, it's like, oh, cut government waste and spending, but there would be more Democrats that are against that, believe it or not. Because they'll be like, they're cutting cancer research, just like Rachel Maddow said. These people in their opposition to Trump honoring the murdered girls like illegals is no fluke. It's part of a sinister, demonic, globalist view. Yeah, I mean, I can buy the idea to where they want immigration at pretty much any cost. Forced multiculturalism. It's a real bad thing, but I mean, more people, like, it seems like a lot of the Israel stuff is becoming mainstream. Did you guys see Ian Carroll with Rogan? I mean, Rogan now is like getting into it. I mean, this is like, the anti-Israel stuff is becoming mainstream, it feels like. I mean, we would take on Alberta for sure, but I would say it's unlikely still, because it seems like most of the people of Alberta don't want it. It would require a longer term economic hardship for the Canadians, and there's dynamics to where Alberta could potentially leave and join the US. It's unlikely though. Thoughts on Canada shutting down oil pipelines, denying U.S. access? Well, if they want to play hardball, they can do that. I mean, if anything, it just makes the U.S. more self-sufficient. And it does hurt us in the short term. I mean, when you get into a trade war, there's going to be setbacks. It's not like this just amazing thing for the United States. But in the long run, it's going to hurt them way more than us. That's like the idea of us bottlenecking them into submission, whether it's a better trade deal for us or whatever. Do we have any news on the Epstein files? No, there's not a single update that I saw today on the Epstein files, unfortunately. Who do you think Vance will pick as VP? It's impossible to say. Probably Tulsi or people say Rubio right now. Alberta's very conservative in terms of Canada politically. Do you think Trump will survive these 4 full years? I mean, it's hard to say, man. He's got really good, Secret Service now. There's a lot of people that want Trump dead, obviously, but And you just hope nothing happens. But you can't predict one way or another. Keep the streak going. The stream was popping over 3K. Yeah, you get something like that with with like an address or something. I don't know. When is the next big political event that I can stream? I feel like it's probably not for a really long time. But when you get something like that, you'll be able to get a decent amount of normie viewers that don't normally come into my stream. What is the best thing to say to a liberal friend to help them move towards the center? Well, to me, it depends how liberal they are, but something I've been really researching is the just horrible effect that illegal immigration has on the middle class. If you look at the book, The Dying Citizen, and just the middle class gets utterly demolished by immigration in general, but especially illegal immigration, more so than this bullshit like capitalism and all these rich people should pay 90% taxes because it's killing the middle class and they have a monopoly. No, illegal immigration is way worse if you look into the numbers. It completely dilutes and destroys the job market or wages within the job market because there's so many of these people. So to me, it's illegal immigration. I think a lot of liberals have moved away from wanting illegal immigration, though, because it was so unpopular. But maybe even just immigration in general, like the idea of having an actual culture within a nation. For liberals, that's racism, like to have a culture, because it insinuates, well, it's like, a dominant race within a nation to create a certain culture. Greetings from Finland. What's up, man? The difference between the left and the right in anti-Israel is the right has substance when it comes to the opposition to Israel, whereas the left is just wacko. Well, the left is like they support the terrorist bullshit with Hamas, and I mean, just look at Palestine. Like it's possible to it's very hard to support Palestine, very very hard. But their whole thing, I mean that support, and this is why it's kind of cringy when you see conservatives support Palestine because of how much they hate Israel. That support is from your colonizers. Well, that's what they accuse us of doing, to Native Americans. So you're going to support Palestine because you say Israel is colonizers? I mean, how do you think a CR bill is going to pan out, pass, or government shutdown? Normally, they're able to avoid government shutdowns, or if the government shuts down, it's only like 24 hours. I swear I always hear rumors that the government's going to shut down, and then it never does. There was only one time when the government shut down for like 40 days. That was like, that I can remember. I don't know, maybe it happened again, but like in 2018 with Trump, when Trump wanted funding for the border wall. But I mean, with the support that Trump has now, I don't think so. Is the China stimulus going to help crypto? Are they giving out a stimulus check for what? China doesn't even, you're not even allowed to trade crypto in China, unfortunately. Are you even allowed to trade Bitcoin, or do they just do it with a VPN? If Canada became conservative, we can annex Canada. Canada's not becoming conservative anytime soon. It's just not happening. I mean, there's this, this Alberta stuff. I mean, you see this stuff all the time with these accounts, though. It's like they're trying to get their name out there. Oh, Alberta, join the United States. I'd still say it's pretty unlikely, honestly, but who knows? Will Congress grant Trump more funds for deportations? They have to do something. They were talking about deportation numbers again today. Homan was just how bad they are. I mean, it's good that the encounters are down, but they're going to have to do something. They're going to have to up the funding. They're going to have to reallocate funds or something. Trump knows that. Fed abolished in 2025, 7% chance. Do online conservatives not know that just because Tate acts degenerate doesn't mean it doesn't have anything to do with the case? being a degen doesn't accumulate to criminality. But I mean, have you seen some of the stuff on him and what he said? You know, I don't know, man. I'm just with Tate. It's just tough because he's obsessed with himself. I mean, you listen to him talk. It's just like he's like, look how famous I am. It's like, dude, can you just do an interview? I mean, it's just a constant like thing with him where he's just like he has to tell everyone how good he is. But like you know, you look at some of the stuff he's done. Who knows if he's trolling or what? But in some of the previous interviews, some pretty heinous shit he's done. Canada ain't liberal. We got cities that are. Well, I mean, cities have most of the population, so if the cities are liberal, then yeah, Canada's liberal. I mean, Canada's liberal, man. Sure, there are there's of course conservative places, and there's a lot of conservative places in California, but California's still liberal. Do you believe DeSantis is having his wife run so he can be a shadow governor? Well, yeah, and they loved it. I mean, I don't know. DeSantis is going against MAGA again with Donald's, so we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I mean, and the people of Florida have to know that, and that would be good for them because they love Ron. I don't know what Ron's approval rating is in Florida these days, but I would assume it's still pretty good. Are you excited for the crypto summit on Friday? Yeah. So guys, what's happening with the crypto summit? So should I stream it? Is Trump going to be speaking? Is the Trump family going to be there? I mean, the problem is it might be pretty boring if there's a bunch of random no-name people speaking. Is it going to be streamed? Is it going to be, you know, is this on like I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. We need to connect Alaska. Yeah, somebody was telling me, he was like, dude, there's actually really no reason to connect it based off of the geography. You're really not even going to be able to build a highway there anyways. Like, I understand the sentiment of doing it, like annexing British Columbia, but I was told it really is irrelevant if we do it because of the geography with like the mountain areas. I mean, there's a lot of ski. Isn't there like Whistler Black in British Columbia? There's a lot of mountainous terrain there. Did the Republicans lose the banning trans athlete? Oh, yeah, they needed 60. They only got 51. There were some Republicans that didn't show up to vote, and all the Democrats voted against it. I mean, they are just, and these people, they still are obsessed with this stuff. I don't know what it is. And they try and like downplay it, so you'd think they would just give up because it's like a 75-25 or an 80-20 issue, which is basically 80% of the country says, trust me, this is not popular, especially with like just normal independent women that are like 35, 40, 50 years old. Biological men should not compete with biological women. It is not popular. They still are trying to defend it. You think they would just be like, all right, let's just get off that topic. They still try and defend that. And it is one of the most unpopular things. And it's like, yeah, it only affects, it's only like a certain amount of kids, but it is so, and they still try. And I mean, I don't even know what it's like, no, it's not fair when you grow up and you are a male, no matter how many hormones or whatever the fuck you do, you have certain advantages, especially at a younger age too, because it's just like, but they still do it. How much of a chance do you give St. John's to win March Madness? I think it's going to be very tough for them. They don't have a good offense. I mean, we'll see. If they're a 2 seed, they might be a 2 seed. If they end up being a 2 seed, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I guess you just let them have it. Honestly, just let them have it. Did you see the Emma Vigeland tweet today laughing at the... Yeah, I saw it. Sadistic bitch. I mean, that's the exact type of archetype, though, with, like, this just ratchet bitch white lady, just, like, 30 years old, miserable. I mean, that's got to be a troll on Mike Johnson, man. I mean, why are you making up a random troll about Mike Johnson getting a DUI? That's like 2 people that have said that. Yeah, this was a horrible ruling, you know. Connie Barrett, not good. But I mean, it is $2 billion. It's like it's not big in terms of the federal budget. Yeah, you're just making up something, right? Why are you picking on Mike Johnson of all people? I mean, I guess I can understand if you try and say someone random, you might try and get me. I could appreciate that. Yeah, there's the Joe Rogan. There's the Joe Rogan. It's the same stuff. You think any province will vote Democrat in Canada? I mean, honestly, maybe. I think Alberta would probably be Republican, but it would be closer than people think. I mean, there's a difference between an American conservative and a Canadian conservative. Mike Johnson is an establishment hack. Well, whenever the Republicans have gone through like 5 speakers at this point, it feels like they just replace them every year. But I mean, Johnson tried to fit in a little bit more with Trump and MAGA and be like a yes man for Trump. He went to those events and the UFC and stuff like that. I mean, we'll see. Are you worried about the tariffs? I mean, I don't know exactly what Trump's plan is with the tariffs. It's like he obviously has a plan. It might be just to extort these countries and force them into negotiating more advantageous trade deals for the U.S. Or he could just go with them and it's going to be bad for those countries. It's also going to be a setback for the United States in terms of the economy because uncertainty. Or the Epstein files, yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to release something. I don't know, man. It's like, what does the full Epstein files mean? That's the full files. I don't think they exist anymore. Even if the full files exist, if they're redacted, are they really the full files? Tariffs are the ultimate leverage. Yeah, and the United States is always going to have leverage because of how big our economy is, you're right. Especially with these countries that we trade with a lot. Did you hear that Trudeau and Trump had a heated call today? I didn't hear that. Is that true? Well, I mean, Trudeau is like trying to have his final like hero finish by doing this whole we're going to galvanize with Canada and fuck Trump and I mean, when Trump does this, when he's aggressive like this against other countries, it gives these politicians a chance to really kind of do something they're not normally used to doing, like a liberal, be like, oh, we love Canada, screw this guy, we're Canadian. So it's interesting to see. I'm willing to give Bondi one more chance. What's your take? As hot as possible, please. I'm not sure Bondi has much of a say in what gets released or not. I mean, there are so many very powerful people involved in this. But I think people just don't like Bondi because they view her as the second choice with what happened with Gates. So there's already kind of a negative thing with Bondi. And I mean, with some Republicans, she's a woman, and that also plays into it. With someone like this, who you need them to be a hard ass, you know. But I mean, with her, the problem is they just botched it so badly. I mean, they did it to themselves with that first release. That was totally unforced. It was an unforced error by them. They got everyone's hopes up, and it was even worse than we could have expected. I mean, even if they would have been just like a few pages that were new, I mean, people could have understood it, but she kind of did it to herself. But I mean, like, giving her one more chance, they're going to have to give her one. But she said there's going to be stuff that gets released, so we'll have to see. Show us DJ Daniels with that bitch on Bannon. Dude, what are you talking about? Wait, the kid? You're talking about the that was at the state of the joint address last night? Migrants always love to point to stats and say how they're not replacing anyone and whites are still the majority in Europe. But if you look at major cities, whites are the minority. Look at the number one most popular name on babies that are born in London. It's Muhammad. I mean, that's a takeover. I know they name all their kids Muhammad, but it's like you got. I mean, that should. But you can't. They're not even allowed to say anything about that. That's how twisted Europe is. They can't comment on that. But I mean, we know the migration, and we know when it's projected to get below, and this is what's happening. But now, I mean, but you have to understand is now the right liberals, they say, well, no, it's happening, and it's good it's happening because white people are not having enough kids anyways, and that's because of feminism. How big of a pump did the Greenland coin do? It didn't do anything. I mean, I wasn't in it, so I really don't care. I mean, it didn't do really jack shit, honestly, man, if I'm going to be honest, the Greenland coin. It went up like probably 15-20% and then came back down. I mean, Trump's not even able to pump this market right now. This market is dead. Market is dead right now, and you got whatever this is. You got Nick Cannon releasing shit. When is Nick Cannon going to tank this? Oh, yeah, here's the coin that people were talking about. Is this the coin? 1.8 million. I mean, that's not bad. That's not a bad looking chart for nowadays in the market. Have you read the tweets from Murdered by Crayons on Tate? No, I haven't. Dude, what are you even talking about? DJ Daniels, the bitch report. I mean, this is like, I'm gonna have to go to it just to shut you up. Oh, this is the thing.
And maybe when you have childhood cancer, that crystallizes for you. And I hope he has a long life as a law enforcement officer. But I hope he never has to defend the United States Capitol against Donald Trump's supporters. And if he does, I hope he isn't one of the 6 who loses his life to suicide. And I hope he isn't one who has to testify against the people who carried out acts of seditious conspiracy and then live to see Donald Trump pardon those people.
Dude, that is horrible. I mean, that is the equivalency of like a 13-year-old. You're a grown-ass adult, and you have to bring that up during that moment.
Hey, Daniel, all of the above?
It really don't matter to me. I love women, so I don't care.
That's amazing. DJ Daniel, I want to ask you, first and foremost, do you love President Trump, and are you so excited to be here on the White House grounds?
Obviously, because I gave him a great note that says Donald Trump is the best president of the United States of America.
And why do you feel that way?
Because honestly, I wanted to see Donald Trump in real life, and now it's actually came true. And to my friends, I know one of my friends told me to say this to Donald Trump, but I didn't say it to him. So good luck, buddy.
Last thing, because we know you got to bounce. What would your one piece of advice for the Secret Service be?
Please stop being mean to President Trump, because if I see you being mean to him, I'm coming after you.
I love that. I think you need to become the director of the Secret Service. DJ, it is such an honor to have met you.
Hold up, I got one more thing to say.
He has one more thing to say. I won't interrupt you.
If you're a Democrat and you're being mean to President Trump, I'm on your bumper.
I'm on your
about to
bumper.
go so viral, and you went viral last night.
I ain't gonna
Send
lie,
it to 100 million.
Acting like Miss Candace Matthews from Houston, Texas.
That's amazing. Do you have anything else that you want to say? You should just take my job at this point.
May bless America.
How about
May
that,
bless
Steve?
America.
I think we
Amen.
found my replacement, your
Thank you.
replacement.
Thank you.
Would you ever run for president?
I'm not sure. I'm a little bit too young. Well, really and truly, I'm not young. I'm a 50-year-old trapped in a 50-year-old body. I might look 13, but I'm 50.
I love that, and it sounds like you gotta go. The War Room Posse loves you. It's an honor to have met you, sir.
I can't go yet because I see a little bald spot. I rub bald heads for good luck, if you know.
I think they want you to go, so I think you're gonna have to go.
Okay. Never mind.
Very nice to meet you.
DJ Daniels, so amazing.
I just
Absolutely
realized
incredible.
that that's the first
Thank
time I
you.
ever shaked a woman's hand. That's crazy.
Oh, man.
He
Thank
does
you
sound
so
older.
much. Jack Pasova,
Sean, the whale enters. The whale. Sean, I appreciate it. Sean, you've been giving me $24 recently. Dude, I can't get over the dude demanding this clip. The dude demanding this clip kept putting in the chat. He's like, DJ Daniels interview with bitch Bannon. And I was like, what? I mean, this chat, man. Is there a DJ coin? Yeah, I just went to it. DJ Daniel. Well, maybe there's a different one. Maybe but this is one of them. Yeah, this is a good looking coin. Since you are into crypto, have you ever gotten into day trading? I can't really day trade, man. I just don't have the time. Well, maybe I would have the time, but I honestly, I like investing more than trading. I mean, the only thing that I'll do is I'll trade Solana shit coins. Yeah, I'll do some trades, but I like holding, man. I think most of the money is made in holding. Bro, we definitely got some young guys in here. I mean, it's like, what, the reporter is hot? They're a Natalie Winters coin. I would be pretty surprised, but honestly, probably. There's probably is. Ketamine Eyes Patel. I was in a Cash Patel coin. It's unfortunate this one ended up running. Day trading takes like 3 to 5 hours a day. Yeah, can't you have bots do it as well? I mean, dude, so the other problem with crypto with these meme coins is so much of it is just bot activity. So it's bots getting in and then dumping on pretty much every new coin that comes out because, like if there's volume bots that'll be triggered if there's a certain amount of volume in a coin early. It's unfortunate. Yeah, Andrew Tate's trying to pump his coin. I mean, it's really not pumping very much. He tweeted out the contract address. Selzer. Quinnipiac. DG2 coin gonna be, yeah, DG2 is just launched. It's a valuable asset. It's a volatile asset. It's a important coin for the space. Streaming every night. Natalie Winters. Oh yeah, this. I know this girl. She went viral for this photo because I guess liberals got angry. I guess they got angry. I don't know why. It doesn't even look like there's anything bad with it. Tate's got to try and cover all the lawyer fees. What even are his cases now in Florida? Or he's got cases in the UK now? They have to send him to the UK? I don't even know. Who's got cases everywhere or some shit? Are you going to be the Trump crypto czar in 2028? Yeah, I would be able to definitely help with meme coins for sure. But I didn't even know. It's hard because it's like, you have to, it's a free market. You don't want to mess with it or manipulate it. But it's like the pump fund stuff is annoying. Dude, what are you saying, man? Thick. Did you see McConnell on 60 Minutes? It was terrible. No, I didn't. I'm glad I didn't see Mitch McConnell in 60 Minutes. That might be the most boring combination you could imagine in your entire life. Mitch McConnell, 60 Minutes combined together. No, I mean 60 Minutes. Sometimes I've actually seen stuff on 60 Minutes that's interesting, but when I was younger, dude, because the thing is they would always have 60 Minutes right after the NFL games, and 60 Minutes was always, when you're younger, just so boring. And they were always like, oh, this is coming up on 60 Minutes. It's Barack Obama talking about wearing a suit. It's like, in Tate's paid classes, he literally describes tax fraud to make money. Oh, you're in the real world? Join the real world. You don't believe any of the bullshit on Andrew Tate until he's proven guilty. Well, it's hard to know what to believe because there's so much shit out there, dude. There's so much stuff. Why does this random stuff start trending? I don't even know. Okay, we're not gonna get that copyrighted with some bullshit song. Wait, the Canadian politicians did this to support the Democrats? God, these Western cultures are just, these Western countries, the governments are so soft. Video on Al Green soon. I mean, what's the point? It's like the guy just wanted attention. There's no point in doing a video on him. He wanted to disrupt. I was going to do I was going to release a video of the best moments, the best stream moments last night. And I have some moments saved, but I never decided to do it. Like me reacting to, you know, Al Green getting kicked out and stuff. Minerals deal, 2-for-1. That's what I call a 2-for-1 on the minerals deal. Yeah, it'll be a 2-for-1. It'll be a 3-for-1 maybe, but that has to happen. I mean, I heard a report Zelensky doesn't want to do it now. Let's just get this done. Let's just get it done, because 74% chance on the minerals deal. Please post the video. I have the video on my phone, but I can't. I'd have to post it on X, honestly. Zelensky doesn't want to do the deal anymore. I mean, I heard that. I don't think that's true. I don't know, man. I mean, that would be Europe getting in his ear, trying to prolong the war, because I guess they don't want Russia to take over land, but it's going to happen anyways. You know what kind of minerals? Lithium, rare earth. There's a lot of coal as well. And there's a lot of coal in the Donbass region. I was looking at a map. of the minerals. I know where the minerals are. They're like, oh, there's not minerals. But they can tell if there's minerals based on the rock formations. What am I drinking? I'm drinking lemonade. Tropicana lemonade. I'll tell you what, it's not that good, honestly. When you're younger, lemonade tastes better. You get older, it's not very good. How rich would we be if we annexed Greenland? Well, it would be a process, because you'd have to invest in a mining operation and find... I mean, I think it would be a very good idea. It would undoubtedly make us money, because there's only 57,000 people, so it's not like you have to invest a ton in terms... See, the problem with, like, Mexico is you would have to invest a fuck ton of money in revitalizing their economy. And also, you know, getting rid of all the corruption there. But with Greenland, it's like a completely clean slate. There's 57,000 people. Most of it's uninhabitable. Would I pop up? No, I don't do any of that, man. You don't need to send me $100. Lemonade is goat. Yeah, maybe this is just a bad lemonade. I don't know. Yeah, I don't mind lemonade, but do you think Trump will call out China? I think Trump definitely treats China differently than Russia, that's for sure. But I don't know. It seems like Trump is taking a different approach this administration when it comes to these foreign powers. Yeah, climate change is good because of Greenland. It helps us with Greenland. It does help us with Greenland. The ice sheet will melt, and it'll who knows what it'll uncover. I mean, that's a treasure trove. That's like $30 trillion worth. I mean, Greenland is such a big. It's the biggest island. I mean, it's massive. Is there a DG coin? No, there's not. Cucumber Gatorade. I remember that flavor. That's a nasty flavor, man. Come on. Cucumber Gatorade. That actually is a flavor, legit. Would Greenland citizens get money if we acquired it? Yeah, it would probably be something like that. I mean, whatever it is, it's worth it. The idea is we could offer them money like all their citizens because they have such a small population. And that's just coaxing the deal diplomatically rather than like taking them over against their will. So you have to negotiate with them. but we could easily do that. I mean, it's just because it's just the way it works. It's just a very rare situation where you've got this massive island and barely any people are on it, and it's not even controlled. I mean, it kind of is controlled by them, but it's also owned by Denmark, and there's all this potential resource extraction available, and it's like to me it's the perfect storm. I mean, yeah, they would probably have to give them money if it came to that, just to do it diplomatically. But I mean, it's like one of those things to where you just don't want it to look bad if you're Trump, I guess. Although who really cares, like 5 years down the road, how you acquired it. But it's like, you want to do it diplomatically, you want them to agree to it, so you have to like coax them to agree to it. Thoughts on semiconductor? Amazing. That's amazing. That's $100 billion investment for. Actually, apparently Trump said it was 156 billion, because I heard it was 100 billion, but it's a huge investment. I wonder if I could find that. Do I have this news bullshit on here? Wonder if it'll be on here. Yeah, Trump gave out. This is on Truth Social. Last warning: release the hostages. Well, Trump said there was going to be to release them. Didn't like 2 weeks ago, and nothing happened. There was an avalanche in Alaska. Man, this news seems dry, bro. Yeah, but no, the semiconductor thing is very good news for sure. I mean, let's hope the investment goes through, but right now it seems like a very good thing. Please is done. Please and thank you. Please go home. It's kind of holding up, honestly. What is that? 14 million? About 15 million. It's a pretty good chart, honestly, but I'm definitely not buying it. U.S. recession in 2025, 31% chance. That comes down to the definition of the word recession. Is the Doge town hall going on? Is there a Doge town hall with Musk? I don't think so, man. Yeah, Theo Von's another one that's been, I've seen some stuff where he's not too fond of Israel. I mean, this is the type of stuff.
Give y'all facts. So you come back to me when you don't get that check and say, Jasmine, you were right. Just like y'all want to get out there and say all kinds of, other stuff. But come back, because you're getting zero. I know these people. I work with these people. These people is not about this life, and they don't care about you.
I mean, you have to show some level of professionalism when you're talking. I mean, this is just. How am I doing? I'm a little bit tired, man. To be honest, I went to bed at 5 o'clock. I'm not even lying. I woke up at like 8:30. I just have to get better sleep. A translator. I know. It's like, but that woman has said so much shit like that. The ratchet stuff. Another Texas. Yeah, but dude, I think she came out of like Houston or what. Houston is like Chicago, honestly. You get really liberal cities in Texas. Trump 2028, the golden age. Yeah, you really want him to run 2028, bro. We get it, man. How many times is you gonna donate to me for talking about Trump 2028? Tristan Tate will be interviewed by Patrick Bet-David. That's not surprising because he just interviewed his brother. But yeah, they're trying to milk the Tate views there. It looks like get all the views. How do you go to bed at 5 a.m.? It's just because I can't sleep. I mean, I'm not even lying. Do you follow Trinovich? No, I don't. I don't follow many people, honestly. I don't know, man. What does it even matter if you follow people on X? Does it really matter? Like, it's just the For You page. It's like, you know, whenever I go on X, it's just like people I don't follow anyways are on my For You page. So what is the point of even following people? Until the year 2028, MAGA, Trump 2020. All right, man. We understand, man. We get it. The dude keeps donating $2 talking about Trump 2028. Yeah. Huh. Walls Buttigieg. Walls Kane 2028. Tim Kaine, remember him? Get the two VPs. Yeah, how about Tim Walz saying he's going to run? You don't like Vance? It seems like a lot of Republicans, you know, they're like, oh, Vance is going to be the guy. I mean, I said it. I mean, it's obvious because Vance is the VP. It's just the way things are going. It looks like it's going to be Vance. Trump's statement to Hamas. Playing video games till 5 a.m. No, I don't play video games. I'll play video games till like 11 or midnight. What do you make of Democrat senators using pre-made signs to protest during Trump's speech? It's just performance. That's all. It's just performance. It doesn't really have any effect on anything at all. I mean, I saw even Democrats call it out, say it was cringy or whatever. So it doesn't really have any effect. Bannon is running. Do you watch it? Is that what he's been saying? Or is that just because I saw him in a poll? You see that poll, like the he was like in second place behind Vance. There's no way he has any chance of winning. Do you watch anime? I've never watched anime now. What games do you play? Just Black Ops. Black Ops Zombies. When you mentioned Chicago, I remember when I lived there, you made $70K and paid $12K in taxes. Damn. $12K. Yeah, it sounds about right. So you get $58K. It's even worse in California. But $70K to... Trump loves Israel more than USA. Well, I mean, Israel is his blind spot because of... I mean, he got a lot of donations from Israeli billionaires for his campaign. So it's obvious. I mean, I tried with Trump, the whole Israel stuff. It's... You pretty much know what you're going to get with him. Black Ops 6. I play Black Ops 1. Dude, I hate newer CODs. You put $5K into Trump 2028 GOP nominee on Kelshi. For some reason, I think you're lying, bro. You're lying. You put $5K. That would probably tank the market on that because there's not enough volume in it. It would basically give you terrible odds. You're just lying. There's just no way. There's no volume in that bet, I'm sure. No, because nobody's betting on that. $70K in California, you get like taxed $30K on that probably. Probably like $25K. $47. Oh, here it is. Wait, dude, why didn't you buy this? Here you go. Did you buy this? Oh, this looks like a fucking manipulated coin to shit. I'm surprised you didn't buy this. This is your coin. 47th President Trump. This coin's manipulated to hell. Newer CODs suck. Skill-based matchmaking. Yeah, there's just a bunch of sweats too. I mean, I was good at listen. I had like a 1.5 KD in like the Sledgehammer World at War game or World War II, the 2017 game. I had a really good KD. I like 1.5. I'm not even lying. And there were some sweats in that game too.
Hey, Elon. Yep. Elon, can we get your cell phone number if you're giving it out? We have questions.
Something 8008.
What are you planning to talk to House Republicans about?
What, did he give out his phone number or some shit? How's the GTA 6 coin doing? It's actually doing well. I mean, it's holding up. I think both of them are probably holding up. There's basically a main one on Ethereum and Solana. I mean, to me, this is, you look at this chart compared to, I mean, this is holding up well. Considering there's been no news recently. This is when the first trailer came out. So it's consolidating. It'll probably break out when the next trailer releases. But who knows, man, nowadays, it's like all this shit just, when you think things are going to go to the right, they go left. Did you see Lockheed Martin's pledge to have a golden dome around America by the end of 2026? No, I didn't see that. But I mean, I'm sure they're ready for. They're ready to generate more money for sure. But I mean, listen, the problem with like a golden dome is the amount of area that you have to cover. It's a lot easier with Israel because it's smaller. But with the United States, there's a lot more land you have to cover for a golden dome. But I mean, I understand the idea of it. It seems like instead of us just being scared to death about these nukes, why don't we, or about the just missiles in general, why don't we try and defend ourselves? Yeah, this was a sad video when he was getting bullied. The black people were trolling him. Can you call Elon's number? I don't think I can. I don't have access to Elon's number. I don't think Elon would be too happy with that. I mean, this is it's not surprising, honestly. You know, there's a Lockheed Martin Inu on Ethereum. I saw it like a few weeks ago. I was the one to tell you to play the DJ Daniels video, bro. That bitch Bannon reporter. That was funny. I'm not gonna lie. The bitch Bannon reporter. I mean, it's just such a off the cuff thing. You work for the DOD, got the 5-statement email. All right, man, good luck. Good luck, man. Who are these people, Democrats, that bullied him? Yeah, they're Democrats, of course. Of course they're Democrats. Then Democrats say, no, these are not political people. No, they're Democrats for sure. The JD Vance memes, it seems like a lot of Republicans like the JD Vance memes, so it kind of, like, Democrats started doing these JD Vance memes. I think originally it was because of the eyeliner and stuff, but the problem for them is now Republicans are doing a bunch of the Vance memes, so it's kind of like, it doesn't really matter anymore because Republicans embraced it. It's funny. Why did this coin go way up? This MAGA, what in the... Dude, I remember this coin too. This is really... Oh, I mean, I guess it barely did anything. It did like a 2x. Did like a 3x. 49 to 220. It's just, that's a strange pump. What if Trump tweeted about it? It would do a lot more than that. Take my meds? Come on, Donnie Bobby, take my meds.
Shame on him for lying about my city, for having the nerve to insult our police commissioner who has overseen the safest Boston's been in anyone's lifetime. Bring him here under oath and let's ask him some questions. I am here to make sure that the city of Boston is safe. Others may want to bring hell. We are here to bring peace to cities everywhere. Let's talk about Tom Homan.
I don't even know what shit. Sorry, I didn't pay attention to that.
What do you have the least faith that we're going to come to
Epstein,
a conclusion?
for sure.
Epstein.
And I think it's because of Israel. I think
Really?
that because I mean, when you really dig into Epstein, his entire network was Israel. It was clearly. Like Ehud Barak was the ex-prime minister and the ex-head of Israeli intelligence. Leslie Wexner was one of the most powerful pro-Israeli philanthropists. The whole organization was Israel.
So
and
it
I'm
was
not saying it was all of Israel.
It was all an intelligence gathering and
it was targeting Americans. It was targeting American officials and the American president.
Right. And what's
and the
interesting
Likud
is
party.
you can talk about this now,
Exactly.
post-October 7th.
It opened wide open.
Post-Gaza.
You want to know a funny story, actually? I didn't know shit about it. And I started doing 9/11 stuff. And I was doing a 9/11 video on my YouTube. And I knew about the dancing Israelis conspiracy theory that is very much a real set of documents. And I knew that I'm not allowed to talk about Israel for some reason. And I didn't really know why. And I realized, like, I better fucking understand this thing before I crater my new channel and career on this topic I don't understand. If I'm going to take a stance against Israel at all, I should understand why and how. And so I started doing research.
The thing is, Israel is connected to one race of people.
Yeah.
It's correct. Whereas the United States was involved in a lot of really fucked up things all over the world. When people think about the United States, they don't think about it as one.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yep. And so it just puts us all in this impossible situation. And it's it's an impossible conversation.
Yeah. I mean, when you got Rogan mainstream discussing this stuff now with Ian Carroll, it's a pretty crazy swing, that's for sure. The overton window, yeah, that's right. But I mean, it's like it's so different when you still look at Congress compared to where a lot of the younger people are. But I mean, at some point, there's gonna be a clash. You know, there is gonna be a clash with this issue. You know, I have a video on the dancing Israelis, and I looked at it, and it shot up in views because of this. But it's not monetized, so I can't even make money off of it. This bitch.
That the election was fought over the cost of living, and families who live paycheck to paycheck, concerned about whether or not they were going to be able to pay their bills, be able to pay for their health care, in some cases even putting food on the table. And the address tonight didn't address any of those issues about cost of living and the fact that people live paycheck to paycheck. And what we ought to be doing in the Congress is to make sure that we are helping people to secure an economic future for themselves.
It's like a rat died, exploded on her head, and like shit out glitter. What's your opinion of the dancing Israelis? I mean, you go watch the video, man. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, let's get some crypto talk going. My fans love crypto. We love crypto. Oh, man. This was the woman that, dude, I might have to, should I go back and watch my stream? See if I could find when because there's a funny, no, I mean, it's really not that funny, but. I mean, but this woman, it's like, I don't even know what she's saying. She's talking about the prices being too high. The prices are high, bitch. She's been in office for a month. What do you want him to do? You want him to freaking shit out money or something? Ban crypto from chat. You're joking, right? You're kidding. That's the only way we could be financially free. What communist witch do you have on the screen? I don't know. I mean, I think she wants Trump to like shit out a bunch of money for her and for the economy. Then everything will be good. The prices are, I mean, it's just like, he's been in office for a month. What do you want? Do you want him to like magically change everything? I mean, yes, he's done a few things that have made the economy slightly worse in the short term. In the short term, because of the tariffs, that's it. She's your type. Your name is bruh. Yeah. Log off. Log off, bro. We need an Israel coin. I think there are Israel coins. There are. I mean, I remember seeing them. There's Palestine coins. There's Israel coins. There's USA. Wait, what about the USA coin? I haven't checked that in a while. I think the ticker's USA. Yeah, this is the main USA coin. It's at 20 million right now. That's right. This thing had a major pump. This thing had a major pump, and it's had a bit of a tumble. Skyrim, there's a game, man. Remember Skyrim? That was like one of the first open world games I played. Al Green, yeah, he launched a coin. He said, please fund me. This is for when I go to jail. It's my bail. But this is a fake coin, but oh my. Low liquidity. I mean, this guy's been in the news. You need a coin. $80 market cap. That's real good. You need a Ukraine coin. Wait, guys, let me show you something really nice. Oh no, it was not that. Not that. God damn it! I think it's gonna be down here. Where are you? How many things do I have to like? Holy shit. I can't find it. God damn it. Oh, come on. Macron addresses all Europeans to prepare for war with Russia. Europe will not accept capitulation of Ukraine to Russia under the guise of peace negotiations. What does that mean, though? I mean, they're going to have to give up land. Don't play that "You Want My Meds" video ever again. Yeah, that wasn't the video. That wasn't the video I was looking for. That's a good video. That's a classic, though. I mean, what are these European countries? They're playing hardball for negotiations. This is a negotiation tactic. It's hardball. They want Ukraine to get as much as possible in negotiations. They understand it has to happen, but this is publicly, they're not going to say because the thing is, this is what happens. These European countries say, we need peace. Ukraine loses leverage. This is just how it happens. I don't think it's an escalation. I really don't. I think it's for negotiations to say we're still behind Ukraine and we want them to get the best thing, we want. But I mean, because really it makes no sense unless you're going to send in troops to fight Russia. The Europeans lost their minds. I understand the sentiment, but I think it's mainly to try and make sure that Russia knows they stand behind Ukraine. The Ukraine doesn't get destroyed. Caroline Levitt is super hot. I was surprised she was 27. I thought she was a little bit older than that. But yeah, she's good looking. If Russia really wanted to take Ukraine, they could. Well, of course they could. They've got a much bigger military, but they don't want to expend any more troops than they need to, I guess. But you're right. I mean, realistically, if they wanted to take it, I guess you'd be worried about escalation with the rest of Europe, though. Why doesn't the US, China, and Russia just team up to bully the world? Well, there is the talk of possibly some type of military relationship with Russia with Trump. China, I know it's more like a peace thing. Like, you don't want any of the big superpowers going to war. And you could do certain deals. Because, I mean, all of the three countries want some type of territory. It's kind of interesting how China wants Taiwan, the United States wants Greenland, Russia wants the Donbass region. And possibly Russia wants Western influence out of Ukraine, basically. Love your videos, never skip one. I appreciate it, man. China wants to fight USA. No, they don't. I'm sure they want more power within the world, but they don't want to fight the United States. Tuned into most of these streams. Keep it up, bro. Love you. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, this stream's a little bit lower energy because I'm just because I'm so tired. I'm gonna get a good night's sleep tonight. I'll get a good night's sleep. It is getting a little bit warmer too. It's like 50 degrees. It's like too warm now. That's the problem. It's like I need heavy air conditioning whenever it gets warmer out. How long will the stream streak go? This is, you know what? Should I put it up on? I might have to find a graphic to put up like the streak. This is a huge streak. I mean, I could put the streak right under the subscriber count. Should I keep the subscriber count on the screen or no? I'm gonna keep the view count. I think the view count is good to have on the screen. I think it's helpful. The thing is I can't find a way to put the likes on there as well. There's no plugin. There's no like widget to do it on Streamlabs. What if Russia had taken Kyiv and then all of Ukraine? They tried to. So then what? A Russian-Ukraine border with Poland likes. Yeah, but I mean, it also comes down to like, there's really no great solution. That's why we want to keep Ukraine as the buffer state. But I mean, Russia obviously wants them under Eastern control. Charlie Kirk versus New Scum tomorrow. I wonder how long that podcast will end up being. Hopefully it's like a 2 or 3 hour podcast. Sometimes they'll bitch out and do like a 1 hour thing. That's really not a podcast. View count is good. Subscriber count is kind of meh. Didn't even know it meant until you mentioned it. Yeah, it's just a subscriber count. I mean, honestly, it really doesn't matter, the subscriber count. It's basically just there for new people to subscribe, but it doesn't really have much of a purpose because the people that are watching my streams are already subscribed to me, unless I like have a situation that happened last night where, you know, you get a bigger event, so normally people come and join. Will Trump speak at the crypto summit? That's what I'm wondering. Actually, you know what? We could probably say right here. Yeah, he is speaking. What will Trump speak about? Rug pull, 5%. They're probably not going to mention a rug pull. Yeah, this will be a big thing, Trump speaking at this. But I think it's going to be during the day. I'll stream it during the day. That's not a problem. I think it might be like at noon or something. What time is the crypto summit at? It's 2 degrees Celsius in Ontario. So what is that, like 35 degrees Fahrenheit? The only creepy thing about Levitt is dating a 60-year-old. That's weird. Yeah, that is odd if she's 27. I mean, the age gap stuff, the thing is, women hate the age gap stuff, but it's just the reality of modern dating. I mean, women have their prime value when, you know, they're like in their early 20s, and with men, they have to accrue value. They don't just have value. They have to make value through net worth and cloud and whatever the fuck else. About 40 degrees. Now, if it's 2 degrees, that's probably about 36. It's about 35 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's 2 degrees Celsius, because think about it, it's like a 1.8 difference. If you're talking about 32 and 0, and then 2, and then 35.6. Yeah, I mean, I can do the Fahrenheit to Celsius stuff. I don't like Celsius. Celsius, undoubtedly, it's good for it's definitely good for science and boiling stuff. But for temperature measurements, it's like just Fahrenheit is better. It's because it's more detailed. It's a more detailed, accurate measurement. Fahrenheit is better for temperature, undoubtedly. When you're just talking about how warm is it going to be tomorrow. And that's not because I'm an American. That's just the common belief. I mean, it's understood that Fahrenheit is more detailed. Is Crypto Summit on live TV? I don't know if it's on. Yeah, it'll probably be on like the Right Side broadcast. I mean, that's YouTube. So actually, it's probably not going to be on. Well, Fox News will probably have it. Fox News will have it. Trump is going to talk about his own coin, probably, barely. He barely even talks about it because I think he knows it's not a good thing. Watch Alex Jones and Piers Morgan. Did they have a one-on-one? Oh, are you talking about all the way back when? You're talking about from I thought you were talking about it recently. You're talking about the guns. I think this is kind of old. Did you see the Rosie O'Donnell meltdown after the election? I don't know if I saw the Rosie one. I mean, I saw a bunch of liberals, but a lot of the liberal meltdown was like, it was almost forced for the camera a lot of the times because, I don't know. But Rosie was probably real, honestly. Will he announce Greed 4? Greed 4, man. What about, wait, you know Greed 3 is out, right? Greed 3 is out. He stealth launched it. Let me show you Greed 3. Apparently he stealth launched it. Yeah, I mean, and it does seem like this looks like a coin that's definitely got full control, and it's got a nice chart too. Yeah, this is a good chart for a coin. He probably bought up a bunch of the supply. Are you still bought into Greenland or no? The coin? I don't own the coin right now, no. I might rebuy it though. I might have to rebuy the Greenland coin because I would have made a lot of money off of the Greenland coin, but I held it. That's what I do with these coins, unfortunately, because I keep thinking one of them's gonna reach like 100 million, and it never happens. Do you rewatch shows from your childhood and realize a lot of it was liberal propaganda? Also love the community, love y'all. Thank you, I appreciate that. Shows from childhood like Drake and Josh, iCarly, Victorious. Full House was a little bit before my time, but we would watch Full House too. With America and Russia making good partnership and relations, two superpowers, would that be good against China? Well, right. You want any way to get Russia from being really close with China, because it's the death scenario of East versus West World War III. It's the United States and Europe, and I guess also Japan and South Korea, and obviously you bring in Canada, but against China, Russia, Iran, North Korea. I mean, that's the death scenario. So if you can split Russia and China, that would be ideal. I mean, you don't even have to fully split them, but just have a nice relationship with Russia, rather than this, alienating them against the West, which is what the Democrats were doing. And there was an invasion. We understand that, but it's better to try and have a decent relationship. I mean, it's not like it's like they'll just argue appeasement, but it's a little bit more complicated than that. Exclusively watched King of the Hill. I mean, I watched Adult Swim. I guess when you're younger, it's like you're a badass when you watch Adult Swim. I haven't seen Adult Swim in like 15 years, probably, man. Robot Chicken, Family Guy. You ever think that Diddy files are going to be like the Epstein files, fused down the road? I mean, it's hard to say. It depends. You would think there'd be less massive people. Who knows? I mean, there's a lot of big people involved in the Diddy stuff, I'm sure. But with the Epstein stuff, it's all you-know-who. And so it's going to be hard to get that stuff out. Thoughts on the woke right? Yeah, I mean, the woke right, I guess, is more of a, I think the way they define the woke right is more of a hardline right-wing people that are not really into immigration. So, I think that's what it is, honestly, from what I've seen. Which is, I mean, yeah, we're not going to be into immigration. I don't know what to tell people. It's the H-1B thing. They're like, oh, you're not going to let these people come in. It's like, no, the H-1B has been a big issue with the immigration and taking jobs away from citizens. That's the problem. But it's the rich people that want it. That's why Bernie Sanders came out against the H-1Bs as well. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. The shake. Wait, what was the thing? Just a meat? It was just a piece of meat. It's like a fucking piece of taco meat. Aqua Teen Hunger Force. Do you have a Discord server? Yeah, just go to my community tab and then you'll be able to find, there's a link for it in my, you go to the community post tab. Ideal World War III is globalists against freedom fighters. So we got EU, World Economic Forum, NATO, Israel, and BlackRock against the US with Trump and other right-wing countries. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Trump backs Israel. So Israel would be with Trump and that and by extension BlackRock. Guys, how about the Panama Canal thing? Why is so BlackRock purchases the ports surrounding the canal now? What's better, BlackRock owning them or China? I was just like, you gotta be kidding me. It's $23 billion to get influence of the ports. I mean, the problem with the Chinese influence is they could see the supply we were shipping from the Pacific to the Atlantic and vice versa through the Panama Canal. That's why they own those two ports. And then good for the Trump administration to get them out. Opinion on Stormy Daniels? Not a fan of Stormy Daniels at all. I mean, Stormy Daniels Trump is suing Stormy Daniels. Remember, Trump had an agreement with Stormy Daniels. It's a hush money agreement. You can't be talking. She violated it. What if Trump just sues her for it? I mean, she violated it. But liberals were like, we're going to give you $50 million if you talk and you ruin Donald Trump's life. They try and bring up the Stormy. Seriously, you think with Donald Trump and how horrible they say he is, you're bringing up an incident that happened with campaign finances in 2015 on something that happened before 20, because he paid off Stormy Daniels to be quiet. So it wasn't even like it even happened in 20. It was just like, I can't believe that's what they got Trump for. And then that elevated because he did it with campaign finances, even though the statute of limitations was already up to 34 felonies somehow. And then they still tried and argue it was just the law. It's not political. I mean, it's just laughable. How do you think the tariff madness ends? I feel like Trump is going to stop the tariffs. Listen, maybe Trump goes to hard-ass mode and just keeps them on. But I feel like with Trump knowing the economy and everything like that, to me, this has to be an extortion of other countries and a renegotiation of trade deals. I think that's where this ends. But when does that happen? Because it's going to hurt these other countries significantly. So the question is, do they come to the table and start saying, we'll settle with something, we need to get rid of these. It's better for everyone to not have them. And then when that gets announced, that's really going to supercharge the economy. Or maybe Trump decides to play hardball and it's just because he says he wants, and he's going to put more tariffs in place on April 2nd. He's like, I can't do it April 1st because of April Fools. But he's really entrenched with the idea that tariffs can pay the state income tax, maybe the property taxes. You see some of these Republicans like Ramaswamy and DeSantis talk about the property taxes being eliminated in Florida and Ohio. Did you see the Trump movie? I did not. Oh, I saw clips from it. Like with the Roger Stone and Trump. That scene, I saw that. Any crypto advice for beginners? Well, it depends what you're getting into. Do you want to... Are you into meme coins? Do you want a layer 1? Do you want an AI coin? Lower cap, higher cap? What's your risk tolerance? What chain do you want to buy on? But I would say just stick to 1 or 2 coins. Don't overcomplicate it. And honestly, you know what? Other people were giving good advice when somebody asked this. Stick to the higher caps. Stick to things on Coinbase. Stick to higher caps. Because it's just... Yes, you're not going to make as much, but you get horror stories when you're a newbie and you get invested in some of these lower cap coins. The P-stars have zero accountability. One of them I saw on a podcast trying to say that her P-star persona isn't real life. Yeah. They try and cope about it. I mean, that's what the OF girls say. Will Trump getting Greenland and Panama it will happen. It's not like Denmark is doing anything with Greenland. Oh, no, absolutely. No, we've discussed this. There's really no argument. There's zero argument outside of, oh, you can't do it, you're a bully. That's the only argument they have. They don't have an actual coherent argument on why Denmark needs to keep Greenland. It's the opposite. Greenland wants to be independent of Denmark. But then they don't want to join the United States. So we're gonna have to give them something. We're gonna have to give the citizens of Greenland something. So we'll do it fair and balanced. It'll be good. But no, you're right. I mean, the canal, I don't know about the canal. I mean, the canal to me now is like BlackRock already, they bought the influence around it. We wanted to get China out, but now BlackRock's in. But it's kind of funny how that worked out, because I was like, that's a major win for Trump. I mean, it was a major win. Nobody really knew about it. But now BlackRock is buying them for $23 billion, the ports. Have you had any success with crypto? I mean, I've had success in certain moments. Listen, when you're in a bear market, you're not going to have a ton of success. But I've invested in some coins that have gone way up, but I take my money out too early. But I mean, at the end, if you keep, I don't want to say that because that's, but if you keep chugging along, you're eventually going to hit one. But it just takes time. More times than not, it's going to take you time to hit on one. You thought the movie was well done from the acting. The dude playing Trump, that looks pretty good to me. Thoughts on the Reddit co-founders interested in buying TikTok? I highly doubt that's going to happen. I think Oracle is pretty much guaranteed to buy it with Trump's relationship with Larry Ellison. I would imagine Oracle is going to buy it for sure. But maybe they'll make a better offer or something. I don't know. A lot of these coins are just kind of sleeping in the motions, right? They're going through the motions. I mean, this is Trump's coin. Yeah, people might be trying to front run Trump's coin, I guess. But I mean, what do you front run? I think Trump coin will probably shoot up to like $17 or $18 when during the summit. So you're not even getting a 2x off of that. Just not worth it. The coin is at too high of a market cap. You have 25K ADA. You bought at 13 cents and pulled out because of the looming crash. When did you sell? You sold during the crash, and then Trump mentioned ADA as part of the reserve. Is that what happened? Portnoy and Larry Ellison bought the Michigan QB. Yeah, Underwood. Yeah, that's what happened. College football is so fucked. College football is a mess. It's just all money. I mean, there is development, but even the development is these kids are just agents every single year in the portal. And the problem with college football is they have no governance. They have no actual authority. So it's just like a triple whammy. You've got all these teams. They don't even know what the rules are on contacting players or how much money you can give these players. Texas A&M paid back in like 2021, they paid like $20 million for a roster when no one else was doing it. They got 8 5-star players. The team was a fucking mess. They got all this talent. It's just the locker room is a mess. There's all these players with all this money. I mean, but the college football, they should have seen that coming. They just have no leadership. They need like a full governance board, and then I don't know, man. They need actual rules. They still don't have real rules. OCIA, I'm fine with checking on that, man. Was this an AI? Ethereum AI? Is this what it is? It's a really small cap? No, I don't think this is what it is. Oh, maybe it is this. Is this what it is, man? This is a very small cap. I don't know, man. AI coins are just they're a dime a dozen. There's so many of them. But AI will probably pump for sure. But I just don't know which ones are gonna end up doing it. I like the base coins. If you own crypto right now, do not sell until after the parabolic. Yeah, you get. We have to have another huge leg up, especially with the altcoins in the fall. The altcoins are gonna have a huge leg up in the fall. The crypto charts are making you depressed. Yeah, well, these. I mean, this is like it's like let's take a look at some of my coins. Hold on. These are not really all my coins, but these are some of them. I'm not in Grok 3 anymore. Grok 3, it's unfortunate what happened to that. Like, but I mean, most of these coins are, you want a coin like 5 to a year old or around a year old. DJT 4700, it's up 24%. Yeah, this coin will probably pump, honestly. But this coin has gotten destroyed. I mean, maybe it found a bottom. It's just Trump launched his coin and it destroyed this. This coin was doing well too with the inauguration coming, and then Trump launched his coin and just flatlined it. Did you see the what is that, Portland Diamond Diamond Group? You're talking about that? Yeah, we can take a look at that right now. Yeah, I could do a video on this. Dude, these state... See, I hate how this works. Like, can you not full screen this for me or some bullshit? Like, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, when I look at something like this, I'm just shocked at how small the stadiums are nowadays. Dude, this is such an Oregon-type ballpark, too. Like, it's so small, and... I mean, it's cool, I guess. You've got the... open air with the retractable roof. It's T-Mobile Park. It's the Pacific Northwest vibe with Seattle. So the roof, I guess, does the roof come over? I don't even know. Where are the tracks to bring the retractable roof over? Or is that just an overhang? Dude, this looks like one of those is it MLS? Like those really small soccer stadiums they've been building in the United States. Oh, I guess it's right there. And that is a small stadium. What in the hell is that? Here, watch me analyze this shit. Like, look at this. This is like some type of fucking building or some shit they got over top. Like apartment complex with a bunch of greenery. I mean, I guess you like it right next to the water, I guess that's nice. DG, last stream I agreed with you. I think America should leave the Middle East alone. You don't want to go to war with Iran. Yeah, that's what I was saying to the Iran dude who always comments. We don't want a war with Iran. There's going to be I think Russia is mediating the nuclear talks there with Iran. So hopefully that works out. But yeah, we've already gotten into so much. I mean, Trump he's gotten into trouble with Iran because he assassinated one of their top military generals back in like 2019 when in his first term, so they hate him now or whatever. But we don't want anything to do with the Middle East, but it's going to continue with the Israel stuff. But I mean, at some point there's going to have to be a detachment. I mean, I think everybody knows that because it's not good for the United States what we've sunk into the Middle East. Spent a lot of money. The homeless are missing. Yeah, Portland. It's like they tried to tuck it away. I mean, they tucked the stadium. Like, look at all that. There's a bunch of shrubbery trees. The entire city's just trees and shit. They're trying to do that now with these fucking liberal cities. Listen, I don't mind greenery and stuff, but like within cities, it's so stupid. What's that one city called? Oh man. What's the green city? Malaysia? I did a video on that. That's a crazy idea they tried to do. China ended up screwing those people because they didn't allow the Chinese citizens to invest in land in that area, and that's what they were relying on for that project to succeed. It was a mega project, like a green city. And China said they didn't allow their citizens to buy land there, and it just destroyed the entire thing. The European leagues are way too established. They have too much history. Yeah, but the MLS is not trying to compete with them. They're just trying to have their own, an American. I mean, obviously, you look at MLS, they're building stadiums. The capacity is 25,000. They know it's a lot smaller than the European soccer leagues, but they think soccer can exist in the United States. I mean, if they're building they're building new stadiums all over the place. It's obviously there's a reason they're doing it. But there's never gonna be a soccer league in the United States to where it gets to where they're building like a 50,000 seat stadium just for soccer. Like that'll never happen in the US. There's just not enough demand for soccer. Stadium looks cool, I guess, but small. Even with it small, don't know if they have the fandom to fill it. Yeah, I mean, what is the capacity of this? 30,000, you think? Maybe standing room. But that's what they've been doing with these stadiums. The capacity like 30,000. I'll try and find a number. $2 billion. That seems like a lot. I mean, I guess with a retractable roof. 32K. It would be an asset 365. Yeah, but it's not fully closed. It's an open air retractable roof ballpark. Meaning even if you have the roof on, it's gonna be, if it's cold out, it's gonna be cold. I mean, I guess with that climate, you can get away with it. I don't know, man. It just seems like, and there's barely any outfield seating to it. These stadiums. That is a big center field wall. Holy shit. Like that's how deep is it to center with to have a wall like that? It looks like a pretty large wall going throughout the entire outfield, but then it's higher there. But yeah, I'll stop doing that. But check what's going on right now on what, bro? I don't know what you mean by that. Anything trending? Yeah, there's really not much trending, honestly, from what I've seen. Maybe we'll get something. Peyton Pritchard trending, Survivor 48. Honestly, the trending is so useless. It's just sports players. It's better to just update this. Yeah, they are criticizing Ian Carroll because he's like, most Jews are good people. Then people criticize him for saying that, I think. Yeah, it's 32K. It's Oregon. It would end up like St. Petersburg. I mean, what do the Trailblazers do in terms of attendance? I think they have attendance problems themselves. They play in a shitty arena. Trailblazers. They're trying to renovate it. The whole greenery stuff is part of the shitty zero carbon, net zero, whatever the fuck. Yeah, well, that's the whole thing with the green cities and stuff. The green cities make no sense. And you know, when you're talking about a skyscraper or a building, when the roof is green, it looks disgusting. It looks like it's been grown over. But I mean, there are ways to incorporate like green stuff. I mean, like parking lots are really ugly. They are. So if you have a bunch of trees, I can understand that. But there's more info on Alberta. I mean, what is the info on that? You know, it's possible, I guess, man. It's unlikely though to happen. Alberta Premier trending.
Albertans that are working together right now to put together a delegation to go to Washington to talk to the Trump administration about Alberta petitioning for U.S. statehood. It's quite evident that we're being governed by idiots in Ottawa who don't understand that we can't afford a trade war with our largest trading partner, and rather than simply apologizing to President Trump for not meeting our NATO commitments and not adequately securing our border, apparently the Trudeau government has decided to declare a trade war and run up trillions of dollars in costs like they did during COVID on a made-up emergency. So there's a number of us in Alberta that have had enough and want to go speak with the Trump administration about the benefits of Alberta joining the United States.
Yeah, he's right. There would be huge benefits for Alberta joining the U.S. And Trump's just a sweet man that wants the best for Canada, and this is why this is, you know, it's important. So I think this is possible, honestly. It's unlikely, but it's possible because when you've got Canada, Canada really should just say, you know what, we're sorry. We did have a lot of tariffs on you guys. We're bad, and we've been bullying the United States. Canada's been bullying the United States for far too long. And Trump is standing up to the big bad bully. And when the bully gets punched in the face, like Trudeau has gotten, this is what I'm just trolling, but I mean, listen, I think they might. I think we'll have to see what happens with Alberta. But who knows with this dude? This is a lawyer, I think. AOC versus Eric Adams clip. AOC, they fought or some shit. AOC goes against no tax on tips. AOC goes against Americans getting more money. AOC goes against the middle class. Remember the not. Remember. Oh, that's not the right dub. That's not the right dub. Show what Elon's next baby daddy is. What? You mean baby mom? Baby mama? We need this crypto. We need this thing to happen with the fucking summit. Eastern Canada, which is liberal, have 236 seats in Parliament. Western Canada has 107, and we're the conservative place. The East runs, especially Ontario and Quebec. Do the Elon salute, the Bannon salute. Imagine if Trump would have done it. No, that'd be bad. That would have been bad. Trump does it at the State of the Union. Will Coinbase announce the token? Yeah, there is a Coinbase coin. It's called Coin 6900. I wonder what happened to that coin. Wow, it actually went up. Damn you. This is a pretty common thought. You thought the marine sculpture in the ballpark was cool, but why put it in the rain? What were they thinking? What are you talking about? Oh, the marlin sculpture. I don't think. Oh, they put it outside. Yeah, that was weird. That is weird that they did that. Well, people said it was ugly, but no, that stuff like that is good for a ballpark because it gives it a unique factor to it. The home run sculpture you're talking about. DG, can the 1-year member badge be a DG head? Yeah, I'm gonna have to change. I'll have to change the membership logos and stuff and make them better. The 1-year badge. I'll change it because yeah, there's like a 1 month or a 1 month, 6 month, 1 year, some bullshit like that. So I can go in and change it to make it better, make it more. Because I just got those off of like AI or some shit. Thoughts on the Enforcers YouTube channel? I'm not familiar with that channel. What do you have to do to earn a mod position? I mean, you've earned it, Pepe. You've earned it, dude. Honestly, but just I'll give you it if like none of my mods are in, and I mean the chats have been good, man. We really don't need many mods. I mean, honestly, my mods were getting bullied by some people, and I told them just but that was when it was more people in the chat. AOC got all of her talking points from the liberal echo chamber. Yeah, AOC is just a basic bitch, like fake socialist. Now she's shifting more back to try and be more electable, so she's becoming like traditional establishment liberal. Like AOC, I've got no appetite to really hear AOC, and it's just the same liberal bullshit. But it's like this leftist grift with Stephen A. Smith. Oh my God, I call out the Democrats. I'm such a badass, but I'm liberal, but I call out the Democratic Party. And then like Republicans are like, oh, he's liberal, but he calls out the, like, who cares? It's just a grift. Yeah, you don't get bullied at Top Chills. I haven't seen you. It's good to see you, man. Enforcer is a Ukraine simp channel. He's probably a European then. Probably a European or an American liberal. Those are the people that simp for Ukraine. What app other than YouTube is your chat on? It's just on YouTube, man. It's not like I streamed on multiple platforms. I just only stream on YouTube. Any crypto you would recommend checking out for someone new? It depends what your risk is, what your risk, how much money you're investing, what's your financial status, what's your risk tolerance. It depends on all of that. I mean, you could get like probably a 10x, maybe on like a top 50 market cap coin. Maybe you get a 10x. Yeah, you probably. I mean, I don't really look at the top 50 coins, dude, just because I never buy them. But dude, honestly, I think Doge could go to $2. That's a 10x from 20 cents, but Injective should be a good coin this cycle. What did Injective go to? It's basically fully circulated too. $50 is at 12. There's a coin like that. I'm not gonna give financial advice, but yeah, I would just research coins. I would look for newer coins that are newer to this cycle. Maybe it's a little bit more risky, but it'll give you more reward. Rather than coins like that have been in multiple cycles. Like you look at Solana. Solana is a bit of an older coin. You see Solana been through a full cycle already. This is its second cycle. I hope Solana goes to 1,000, but I mean, even went to 1,000, it's like a 6x. Godspeed to me and to everyone in the chat, praying for our prosperity. All of 2025, this is the golden age. Absolutely. Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Sam. Department of Government Efficiency coin. Yeah, I mean, I think that coin will do better. Maybe this is the play for you. I mean, because this coin's down significantly. You take a look at this. What was it? Yeah, it was around 400. It's at 22. So if it goes back to its high, I mean, imagine it goes back to 40 cents. You're looking at a 20x or a little bit less than a 20x because it's at 2.2. But yeah, I mean, that could be a good play. Caspa, I don't know about Caspa. I mean, yeah, I mean, for a higher cap, I guess. Golden Age, yeah, like a super cycle coin. Remember that coin? Golden Age. 60. Yeah, there is one. It's at 63K. Probably, and that's interesting, man. That's a good recommendation. Damn, it's bottomed out too. It wicked to 2.5 mil. Yeah, I mean, listen, this might not be, listen, this is not financial advice. When you've got the crypto summit upcoming, Trump might mention the golden age at the crypto summit. This is a free 10x. I'm not giving out financial advice. Kanye West should not launch a coin. I know it's a joke. We don't want to see it. Why are you gay coin? What happened to that coin? I think the ticker is just gay. The ticker is gay. Coin went down to 430K. See, the coin just was a pump and dump. What's up with the Portnoy and Nick Cannon beef? Nick Cannon launched a coin, and I'll show you the coin. This is the coin right here. Wild and Out. I mean, these influencers, man. I mean, this coin's got a decent chart, to be fair. He hasn't dumped it yet. We'll see what happens to it. Nick Cannon's trying to say he's got a better coin. I mean, Portnoy just does rug pulls anyways. It's like, these people, these influencers that do this, this is the type of stuff you don't want to see in crypto, but of course, this is what happens on Solana. Thoughts on Europe's immigration problem? Yeah, right. Yeah. It's in a dire place, and I think at some point there's going to have to be a correction. I think they're trying to with the AfD, the Reform Party. Poland is not accepting immigrants now. I don't know. I mean, the UK, it seems like they're just headed for, they're in a downward spiral right now. And anytime you try and get a right-wing party, it's like seen as a far right. They use code words to devalue it. Bitch Bannon. Yeah, that's what the dude was like. The dude called that interviewer. He's like, check out that bitch that interviewed the Bannon bitch that interviewed DJ. Like, dude, what are you talking about? I mean, Andrew Tate called Portnoy Dave dumbass. Yeah, both of those guys are. Well, Portnoy has no kids, and so he's going at him for that, I guess. Saying, but I mean, Tate has his own issues. But some of these people that like the Tate stuff is like, it does seem like it's establishment conservatives that just hate him. I think GTA 6 is coming out in October, probably like before Thanksgiving, maybe early November. It's gonna come out around the same time as whatever the fuck the next Black Ops game is. They don't give a shit about Call of Duty, whatever the next Call of Duty game is. It's coming out mid 2026. No, they would have announced the delay already. They had their earnings report. They didn't announce a delay. It's coming out. Dark Brandon coin up. Your Dark Brandon. That's got to be a joke. Every Biden coin is dead at this point. There's no resurrecting anything. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this stream. I did a 2-hour stream. I'm going to go to sleep probably. Call of Duty going to be like Call of Duty 19 Civil War. Have they done a Civil War yet? They've done a bunch of World War II stuff, futuristic stuff. There would have been a trailer too by now. Hopefully the trailer 2 does need to come out. You're right. I thought it was gonna come out in January or like around Christmas. They said like before Christmas. Enjoy the low energy Jeb stream sometimes. Yeah, I mean, they're bound to happen when you don't get much sleep. But all right, I'll see you guys. But you can go follow me. What did I even tweet today? Mid minerals deal. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. I didn't even tweet anything. Huh. Well, what are you gonna do? But that's gonna do it, guys.